Hi, this is DJ Pritchard with the NLP Institute of Arizona, and I'm bringing to you a little presentation on something I call BlackOps, Sales, and Persuasion. Now, this is a little known secret that's easy to use and a lot of fun and can help your communication immensely. And I'm bringing it to a select group of people in the Phoenix area shortly, and I want to tell you a little bit more about it and how you can get some more information about it. I'm really excited about this because this is my first opportunity to bring this forward, and if depending on what happens, it may very well be my last, so pay close attention to what's available here. Now, what are your dreams? I mean, really, in concrete terms, what is it you actually want your life to be like? Let's talk about that, and let's talk about what we can do to make sure that you get what you want out of life. Do you have a vision for your future? Can you see how you'd like to have it unfold, and what would be the best way to go about doing that? Well, I've got a little bit of information for you here because there are certain keys to success. Clearly, nobody wants to not know the skills that they need. Everybody wants the skills that they need, but the skills themselves are not enough. Many people are skillful and really not getting ahead in the world. And then everybody wants to be popular. People don't want to be rejected or made to feel like they don't belong. People want to belong in the group. They want to feel good about the group. They want to succeed based on the group, but popularity isn't necessarily enough to get ahead. Clearly, nobody wants to be told how to behave or be put in that position. Everybody wants to be able to be powerful, influential people. They want to be able to make things happen in the world because of their skills of persuasion. And that's what actually gets people ahead. In today's world, your persuasion skills are really the key. Now, this is not your fault that you're not an expert at the persuasion skills, and most people aren't even really very good at it. It's something that some people know how to do, but they don't talk about it. They don't share these skills with other people. They mostly keep it to themselves. Now, a few key top persuaders have been modeled, and those models are the inspiration and the information from what I'm about to bring you. And let me tell you just a little bit more about it. This is something that's easy to use. It's going to make your life so much easier. It's going to make all your communication easier. Your kids, your spouse, your boss, anyone, everyone that you come in contact with, potential clients, customers, contractors, anyone at all, you're going to have much, much better time, and it'll be more fun and more interesting for everyone when you learn to communicate to them with these skills. Now, this stuff's pretty easy. It sounds like it's a lot and it's very powerful, but it's really just a 4-step process. And you know what? People are using persuasion and influence kind of against you in a way. I mean, you've been subject to it all your life. Advertisers, politicians, political and religious leaders, authorities of all kinds have got these skills, some naturally and some have learned them. But we're going to break this wide open for you. If you participate in this, you're going to learn stuff that really nobody else is teaching. It's because I have special privilege to this information, and I'll tell you a little bit more about how I got it in a minute. The thing is that anyone that's been taking advantage of you will not be able to take advantage of you once you know the keys and how it works. You'll be able to stop that, and you'll become so persuasive and influential that you can knock them right out of the pie eating contest, and you can start eating bigger slices of the pie for yourself. So it's going to be a great situation, and you get to totally change your life. That's what's important to me. I want people to be happier, to have better lives. I think it's very important for everyone to have more happiness and pleasure in their life. So that's what I'm talking about. Now, the 4-step process is pretty simple. We call it BlackOps as kind of a military name, and the first step is reconnaissance. And in the military, you've got satellites, you got forward observers, you got radar and things like that really kind of observe what's going on out there. Well, we learn to do the same thing, how to open up our senses and be observant. And then we analyze that. We look for patterns in the behavior. We look for the tendencies that the person has. All those kinds of things that help them to feel comfortable when we're talking to them. Because when we start talking to them, it's very, very powerful. And then there's also their power centers. What kinds of things do really trigger them? What kind of deep desires do they have? What's the most interesting thing to them? What are their deepest fears? We get all that information. It's easy to get that information. And it makes people feel so good that you've connected with them. They're so happy that someone's finally connected with them, and they gladly give you the information that you want. Now, the last step is the package delivery. This is where you actually take the ideas that you're trying to persuade with, or yourself, or your product or service, and you actually attach it to the person's decision-making ability, right to their desire. And this is really the key to the whole thing. It makes all the difference. And this is what makes it so effective. Now, it's never suspected, and it's always effective, and it's going to work great for you, I promise. We're putting on a teleseminar, so you can get a little bit more information about it, and the information to that is on the page here, so I want you to sign up. We have limited availability of the actual event, but if you just sign up for the teleseminar, you're going to get a ton of information, a ton of insights that you didn't know were out there. So fill out the form now. I'll be in touch with you, and I'll tell you all the details of when we're having the teleseminar. And if you're one of the lucky ones, I'll invite you to the actual event. So here's to your persuasive abilities, and here's to your success.